All right, I pulled in here for a reason. I don't, like I said, I'm really not in the mood to do videos right now. I always am when I'm here, but not. I don't know. I don't know what it is today. So I got nerves. You guys, you gotta see the goosebumps on my arms. I can't show you because you can't see. I have a jacket on, but multiple layers on. You can see them probably on my. And so down there, you go in a ways, down ways. There's all kinds of water coming down from snowmelt all summer. There's a giant boulder you have to go up, and it's all these trails, kind of like, you know, like a boulder like that, but huge. And I filmed them all in the boulder, like using, that's, you know, it's not the first time, but it was so good. I was standing right there. I turned around, there was like one right there, right there, right there. I mean, it was insane, but I stopped. I don't know why. Did they stop me? And then I saw an X. So what's interesting about this spot on the way, I just pieced it together. I'm like, oh my God. And I want Callie to see this. Callie, so you guys, we look at the new dirt here too. Everywhere these guys are, you're going to see these new piles of dirt. I need people, some other people, to show this to me. Because up here, it's always dirt. That looks like it's last year's. You'll see the new dirt, like random rock, like facing out. Probably looks like a face of somehow or another. Where's the face on it? And then, what did I see? Check this out. Oh, so Callie puts his audio here, right? The Utes, the Utes are over there, and we know that they come up. We saw by the structures that they're all around. They let me film them on the other side. They're like, we're going to let you film us. Walk around with your camera. So that's what came across in my. I didn't. Nothing was said in my head. I just knew it, like it was said. It's very hard to explain. You think you want to have experienced it, but you really don't. I'm saving you the trouble. It's you really can't tell. But so like, watch this. Like, watch. This is brand new. Isn't that amazing? Off the ground. This is where Callie, we put his audio. There was people there, so we pulled in this driveway right there. There's like a little driveway. We snuck in, and he put his audio. I don't know exactly where it was, but somewhere very hidden, like behind like a boulder like that or whatever. It was just about to be dark. We had been filming all day. And you can hear him turn it off or something. Callie told me, he's like, they turned it off, like, or it just went off. So as soon as we left, look how it's tied up. The audio just gets turned off. Like, they watched us do it and then went over there and just shut it off. It was just like, that's how sophisticated. I mean, believe me, these guys are on the ball. Hold on. Just a second ago, there was a Toyota 4Runner parked. I just kept talking, but he was parked right there staring at me. Just parked right there. Oh, maybe I looked weird. I probably looked weird because, look. I'm black and I had his helmet, so I jumped up on the rock. I jumped up so he could tell there wasn't a Bigfoot. Man, I'm telling you guys, they're down there. And it's also what like, I filmed them. Look, I mean, this place is insane. I want to go there, but I'm just not. I don't know what it is. I'm not supposed to be doing. I don't want to film today. It's weird. It's because they're not. I don't think that the ones that that like me are here yet. Let's see. That place down there is free. Man, I'm telling you guys, they're all at this boulder. There's different beings. I don't know if they're on rotation. It's very confusing that way. That's why some people are like, that guy's always there. I'm like, no, he's not. It's someone else. They rotate. That boulder couldn't be any more marked. There's 3 separate giant caliber. Same caliber, but giant logs on there. If you see that much activity on a boulder, it means it's special. They use them, you guys. I don't understand it. You got to trust me. Why would I tell you this? Think about it. Start processing that way. Look at the structure back there. Process that way. Like, so if I say something that's hard to believe, maybe that's the truth. Remember, and all of the truth is hard to believe. Of not just what I do, you, the earth, everything. As long I've told you before. They told me as long as you're in this body, you will always struggle. Not just with this, with everything. I know I do not pretend to be your psychiatrist. You guys are. I'm more insane than most. Not everyone, but but most people. So I'm not. Oh, look at that. You guys always look for this. Okay, so I make no mistakes. I am an expert on this. How am I an expert? Because I've done it 1,000 times. That's how. Okay, there's marks as close as over there from elk and stuff. Here's their language. You'll believe me on this one. It's right there. I told you this place is special. This is where they turned off Callie's audio. I'm telling you, it doesn't have to look like it. This is magical. This guy on the other side, exactly of where I'm standing, but that way, half a mile. He's just like talking. He's like through me on my camera. He's like, all right. And I was like, I'm about to film them. Just give me a second. I'm like, they're gonna be right there. And then I zoom in, and the right big giant green guy and all the others, and they're just standing right there looking at me. It's a world record, but people don't understand that this is all they're gonna give you for now. This is if you accepted that, we could get to the next level. I mean, they're just looking to see that you are blown away by a trident, by an X. They want to see that you have a passion, that there's heart there still. You have a constitution left. Not everything was taken from you by your TV. Hey everybody, it took me a little bit to get this camera. Like I just don't want to film today. This is one of my first times out. It's going to be 39 tomorrow. I just wanted to get up here. I noticed, let me show you something real quick. So back in there is real special to me. It's not going to impress you. That's the yurts. I wanted to say the two utes. That's the yurts. Check out this, watch. So I noticed all the way down, just at their place, there can be gusts of wind through here, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but the way it went across the street, they had to clear it all. There's a bunch of different ones. Could be windy, but I think the way it is, it's them because I saw them. This is a video very few people saw. It's a members video, and I think I did put some of it on YouTube. And it's like I said, they're going to let me film them. It's amazing how it's ignored. You think, like I said, I would make this up. I'm like, why wouldn't you believe that? I guess people do, but I said they're going to let me film them. Just wait. They told me what to do. I didn't even know. I was watching the video. I was like, why weren't you more blown away as that was happening? I don't know. Why don't you run over there? People ask me. I don't know. You're like, you just know what to do. So anyway, you can just tell. It's everything they do. It's something to do with back there. And I know now it's here, at least it's from, that's where they go. So let me show you. So I noticed in one of my other special places, I didn't put my camera on. I should have shown because there's hundreds of them, but here I had to show you all their new dirt. See, they bring it to the road. Like they don't hide it. It's like I guess they just know we won't see that. Look how it's all dumped there. Here's a brand new one. This is what made me actually pull the camera. Like today. I'll show you hundreds. I don't want to show them. That's the thing. The dirt kills me. But you got to see one of my favorite places down there. I always stop. I'm like, don't worry, I won't bother you guys today. I don't know if I'm kind of just a little bit. I'm fine. I just feel a little like sad. I don't know. I think the weather sets my mood too. If it was beautiful and sunny, I'd probably be in a better mood. What else? Oh, there's another tree there. Just take note of that. Because where they are, you'll notice like after the winter, especially like on dirt roads and stuff, they love that the trees come down out of their places onto the road. It's just something that happens. And I notice there's just an ugly pile of things like there, and then underneath it is there. Brand new pile of topsoil that could not have come. You guys, the snow just melted here. Like that's got there since then. Nobody's been up here. I'm one of the first people up this road. I'm definitely not the first person, but like since the snow's been gone, not many people. I mean, no one's going to be putting piles of dirt anywhere. And then I saw that in mass quantity. You know where I saw it? Where I filmed the beginning of the winter, where I was showing you timestamps on the trees and the snow. I forget. I think it was the beginning of the winter. I can't remember. And it wasn't that long ago, 5-6 months ago. And That's where I filmed the moose. Remember the moose footage of last spring, if you follow me? There, it's all... Hey, my memory right now, so I just figured I'd leave it there. But I just came up, so I was just... So I was 100 yards on the side of that. And then you got to see what it starts to look like in there, right? Just as I go like 50 feet, there's like these perfect leaning tridents. There's a storm coming in. Well, it's wind pouring down here. I think it's not gonna be bad, but probably like a little bit of rain or something. Don't really mind. I'm not that far. So if you look close, you'll see. I really wasn't. This isn't supposed to be like a video or mind blowing, but it's kind of interesting. These guys like told me that I would see them and I could film them, and then you zoom in, they were right there. It all happened for real. That's what this is. That's what people don't understand. You wanted to know what the other side is. This is the closest you're going to get. That's it. First car all day. He's got it. Guess what? No other than a Subaru. Make fun of people. Just not in Subarus, but just up here that everybody has the same car. That's all. Interesting. Unbelievable up there. The guys near the roads always seem to be the best at it. That's an incredible structure. Then I see more. I'm going to make this fast. This might be in a video. Look at the leaner going up. Shout out to Diesel in Jersey. Diesel's been doing. He gets, man. I've seen Diesel show some X's now that, I mean, I don't know if I can say I have ones that are better. I really... Do you know that there's not much going on? From what I can tell, there is not much happening here yet, like structure-wise or anything like that. There's just not. I've never seen this before. And they did that. Try it. It's really weird type of thing. Really weird. Second car today. Subaru. I didn't think anyone was up here. I went so slow coming up. Usually I'm pretty aggressive. Just I don't want anyone coming behind me or I don't want to be near people. And I was able, because it's kind of a yucky day. It's supposed to be, and tomorrow's only in the 30s. And I think snow and rain. So right now, I don't know if you can tell or you can hear the wind, but it's, it's kind of yucky feeling. It's cold, really windy. And then, of course, that wind is blowing that snow, through the snow up in those mountains, and kind of brings that cold air with it in the air. Even though I would say here it's 60, 62. I'm very lightly dressed for the motorcycle, but I came up further than I thought. Just enamored in a way, for a lack of better terms, and just being around them and seeing new things. And I really didn't mean to pull the camera out today, so maybe I'll just say hi in a members video or something like that. I might put this in a real video. Or my members tell me that they're there just to help me. It's like a way. Like I could give them all kinds of secret private stuff, but I need a few more. If I can get some more members, you guys, that we could just always be private. And then I will just spam. Like that way you can watch or you don't have to watch. Like there'll always be things just every day I'll be uploading stuff. Hey, look at that. My screen's broken. Otherwise, I'd be able to. There we go. How come in the middle of those grids there's always some black thing? I can see that with my eyes. It's probably, but look at that. It's one of their grids. You know that grid? I think I filmed them from a long ways away. If it wasn't that one, it's one just like it. But I was up 2 miles behind me, way up in the sky, on a mountain just like that. That mirrors it behind me. And I zoomed over there, and it seemed like there was these big, tall creatures standing up though, and they were like on the grid. I didn't know when I was filming it though. And then I looked at the video, it was like this, but I was way further away with a zooming camera. And I was like, hold on a second. When I was looking at the footage, I'm like, those there on that grid, standing there. There was I think there was also, we saw like a UFO that day. There was I just think I think honestly what we see it just has to be, right? So little of what's really happening. I mean, when I tell you to leave your mind open, you really do. I mean, because I think what's really around us is it's our body that restricts it. This is the problem. We think it's the best thing in the world, and it kind of is. It's a kind of an amazing thing. Maybe we're not meant to know anything. Ignorance is bliss. I don't know. It's exciting too. Like I feel like, why take a chance? Look, see how interesting this tree is. It's a trident, and they suck another one up to hold it. Look at that wind. Mother Nature, the gods. One more thing. Vikings. Oh man, I really enjoyed Vikings. I even put it on again, so if I'm not doing anything and I don't want to watch anything anyway, but I'll just put Vikings on. It's great. Hey, what do you think about Ragnar? He started realizing what was real at the end, didn't he? Pretty cool. You guys, it's gonna get so good here soon. Remember, I come out early here. It's not quite ready yet. Soon, really soon, we'll have these giant X's, and I'll just I'll just freak out. Some beings aren't here. That's all I know, and they will be soon. Over now. This guy's world famous. He runs this incredible, one-of-a-kind, secured orphanage that costs an incredible amount of money with 30 security guards. Haiti has been taken over by the gangs. Mitch loves me. This guy is one of the coolest dudes you'll ever hear speak. He pitched us last meeting. This is for the nonprofit, and he sent us a new video thanking us so much. We made a large donation, and I'm going to do it again. So, Mitch, you're amazing. Check him out, you guys. These couple books he's had have sold millions and millions of copies. What an interesting guy. I would give anything just to have half of his win.